the next street got hit by a car.
I
The
never
cat
did
you
like
had?
cats when I got.
The cat we had, yeah.
I don't remember us having a cat. I remember we had stray cats visit.
Yeah. There's two that come in our yard, belong to somebody.
Cats are super
I think I
easy
told
though.
you why I'm like
You know what?
super easy.
They take care of
Yeah.
themselves.
I grew up cat.
You grew up with
I
cats?
had cats claw my toes.
Wait, you're breaking up.
What, Jeff?
You're breaking up a little bit. Hold on a second. What did you say, Dad?
Say what? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can you hear me? Mom?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
You
think
hear us?
Yeah, you're just choppy. Our internet's like super slow for some reason.
Yeah, you chopped just then.
Oh, bummer. Well, let's try this. Hopefully it'll work. I am curious though. My internet's unstable, it says. Can you hear me okay?
Kind of breaking. Maybe we got to do it another.
No, let's go for it. I think we're going to be just fine. Okay. Did you and your friends have
You're
a
awful bright.
Huh?
Well, the sun is sure bright behind you.
Oh yeah, I'm in the bedroom. This window's right behind me.
Kind of washing you out.
Well, you don't need to see me. I look the same.
Anyway,
Okay.
yesterday.
Did you and your friends have a special hangout where you like to spend time?
Goodness.
I did, yeah.
Dad did.
What was it?
Drive-in called Scribner's.
Scribner's.
I belonged to a car club and we'd meet there. I think I told this already. And we would then, once we all got there, then we would decide where we'd go have drag races at. We didn't decide until the last minute so the police wouldn't catch us. I'm sure I told you, stole the story.
I don't remember that part of it. So
And
Scribner's is a
so
drive-in?
what? Drive-in restaurants where they come out and put the tray on your side of your car with the food and that kind of stuff.
Oh, fun.
That's like
Sonic does it now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that-
Did the waiters and waitresses roller skate to your car?
Yeah.
Right. That was a 50s thing. Anyway, we would meet there and then pick a place to go have the drag race so the police wouldn't know where we were going. But one night, Mom was sick, so I decided not to go, and I went over to see her. And the police raided them that night, arrested a whole bunch of them.
Oh no.
So really, Mom saved me being caught. I didn't get caught.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing. Saved me.
Yeah. I know.
This is when you guys were dating in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scribner's.
And the other places when Mom and I would go to the Rhodium Drive-In, drive-in movies.
Rhodium Drive-In.
They
Cool.
had the best chili dogs around.
Yeah.
Wish we could still get them.
What about Mom? Do you hang out at a special place with your friends?
Well, I belonged to Civil Air Patrol.
The Civil
So
Air
I
Patrol?
had meetings. Yeah. got to fly in an airplane with the open cockpit airplane.
Yeah,
This is before we were meeting.
really?
Because when
That's
he found out where I was, he made me quit. Yeah, because there was other guys.
Is that right?
Yeah, the one I was dating.
I was very jealous.
The one I was dating. And him, I guess.
So you
Yeah,
were
another-
part of the Civil Air Patrol, and there was a guy that you were
Right.
dating, and Dad did not want you
I
hanging out there still because that guy was there still.
think so.
I don't remember that part of it. I know I was awful jealous of her. Such a beautiful woman, and I didn't want anybody else grabbing her up.
I understand that.
I still went out with him.
Mom wasn't gonna have a, cheat on you. Right, Mom?
What?
You weren't gonna cheat on Dad?
You know, I was going with this guy, and then Ken came along. Well, I just stopped going out with him and started doing out with Dad.
Yeah. See, she chose you, Dad. So why did you do this Civil Air Patrol?
It's an organization. They do a lot of things.
We hunt for people in lost planes and people ever go down there. We go out and search for them.
That's interesting. Did you want to be a pilot, Mom?
No, but they still have them.
Oh.
Do
Did
it
you just
now.
think the guys were cute? That's why you wanted to join the patrol?
They're all nice guys. There's another girl there. The two of us that were there with
Yeah.
them.
Did you have like a uniform or a t-shirt or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to work at what was that place where they had the military clothes. You could go there
don't
downtown
remember
by USC.
I don't remember the name of it. They just sold old
Uniforms and
uniforms.
stuff. So
military
I
uniforms.
worked there so I could get my Army uniform for women.
Oh, cool.
Worked in the office for a while.
I don't think we have any pictures of you in it today.
I'd like to see those. Do you still have your old Army uniform?
No,
I don't even remember having pictures of it, to tell you the truth.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, next question. Were you ever given any special awards for your studies or school activities?
No, just paddle with the paddle by the coach when I get back.
A paddle?
you got a award.
Back in those days, the gym coach would have this paddle with holes cut in it, whop you on the bottom if you misbehave.
Really?
They
Yeah.
did that to your grandfather when he went to school.
They would
Yeah.
beat you with a paddle with holes in it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mackerel
cause
on the
welts
bottom.
on your butt.
Did you ever misbehave, Dad?
I think I did something one time and got whacked, but after that, no.
Jeez, that would hurt.
You
Yeah.
couldn't dare do anything like that today, but
Right?
they did back then.
Yeah.
I know, Dad, when we went back up to Washington,
Grandfather,
your great grandfather,
grandfather.
Lester?
Great.
Lester, he went back to the old school and they found the paddle that he nailed to the floor.
Wait, Lester nailed it to the floor?
Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
they could, as a kid.
So they couldn't get paddled. I like how Lester thought. But no accolades, no valedictorian or trophies or best physique awards.
We were just dud kids, I guess.
Just curious. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I know the answer to this question. How many years of education have you completed? Mom, you got married to dad before you finished high school, but then you got your GED, right?
Yes.
I went back to night school,
To get your GED.
yeah, to finish it.
I don't know if it's called a GED at that point, though.
No, just went to night school.
Yeah.
Maybe it was GED. I don't know. That's what Brian got was GED.
All right. And then dad, you did your bachelor's and your master's.
Right.
Your master's over a 14-year period.
That's 14 years. 2 years for 2 years of the master's.
Your bachelor's for 14 years?
It took me 14 years to get my bachelor's. Yeah.
Wow. Why so long?
I was working full time and going to school nights.
Yeah. So you're working without a college degree and getting your bachelor's degree while you worked.
I was working as an electronic technician. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you doing for work when you got your master's?
I was working as an engineer at TRW.
Okay. And didn't you do your master's at UCLA at nights?
And,
Cool.
we met afternoon and evening. It was a special program called Engineering Executive Program. We met on Tuesdays from 2 o'clock to 10 at night,
Okay.
1 day a week.
Oh, that's cool. Mom, did you do any other schooling after you did your high school diploma?
No,
Yeah,
Busy raising you kids.
I know. I know.
I worked, but I didn't do any more school. I tried going to nursing school. to
You
See if I
did?
could do that.
Oh, that's right. You went to El Camino College
El
in
Camino, and
Los Angeles.
I was gonna try to get that, but I couldn't understand algebra.
Well, you
so
had an
I
excellent
went
tutor
back.
though. Did dad try to help you with the algebra?
I tried, but it didn't work.
Math is not a strong
I don't
suit
know
of
why
mine. What, Mom?
I don't know why a nurse needs the algebra anyway.
Well,
There was a lot of classes I took too that never used them afterwards.
just part of
I
the,
took a whole slew of
I bet.
it's part of education.
Yeah.
Took a lot of mathematic classes for my engineering degree, but used algebra and addition, subtraction, little multiplication.
Right.
Nowadays, they just say all computerized, so you don't even have to do that.
I know.
Put it in the computer.
It's super easy now. In fact, I don't, I use a calculator for even the simplest problems. I should probably work on calculating things in my head to keep my mind sharp. Okay, this next is not
My
a question.
roughest class was, I said my roughest class was triple calculus. Like we have to come up with three-dimensional measurements.
Yikes.
And one of them I couldn't figure out, so I took a bar of soap and carved it out to figure out in the soap, and then used it to help visualize how to take the limits of integration
Really? Wow.
in calculus.
That was called triple calculus?
I think that was the name of it. Anyway, it was triple integration. You had
Triple
to do
integration.
three-dimensional.
Yeah, that sounds intense. No, thank you.
Upper and lower limits.
Okay, this next one it says to describe yourself as a young adult.
Married.
Being married.
Anything
They're
else?
in the Air Force.
Married and in the Air Force. Cool.
Our first 3 years or so of marriage was, we were just a young couple getting used to one another
Yeah.
before we had any children.
Oh,
We
really?
decided to have that.
How long had you been married before you had Dennis?
He was born 2 months before I got discharged out of the Air Force. It was almost 4 years when he was born.
Okay. Would you recommend doing that for other newly marrieds to give it some time before you have children?
I think it's good, yeah, especially with us being so young.
Yeah,
Had to adjust to one another before you bring a child into the mix.
I agree. I think that's wise.
That we live near the family. when we had Dennis.
Well, I mean, it's you and I getting to know one
Yeah,
another better.
I know.
As a child, what
All
did you
right.
want to be? As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah.
A what?
I don't remember what I wanted to be.
I always wanted to be an engineer.
Always, really?
Yeah.
What made you think of engineering? Why was that something you were interested in?
I told you, Nick, I think last week about going out and building things out of the shed with
Oh,
wire and stuff and plugging it in. It was just, I was interested in electronics, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
That wasn't after we got
And
married.
then engineering, I just got pushed heavily in high school to go engineering because I had such a high mathematic IQ.
Oh, yeah.
I was the top 5% of LA County with in mathematics.
Really?
So
Cool.
push towards engineering.
Are you glad that's what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Mom, do you remember what I wanted to be when I was a kid?
Fun.
A fireman.
All kids want to be a fireman.
Remember I wore Dad's garden boots when we took the garden hose into kindergarten? And the hat. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I remember, no, I guess it was Dennis. I could not get into kindergarten. I had to kind of drag him. Finally, Dad took him and he walked right in and talked teacher. Because he was always busy talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Who was?
Dennis
Dennis?
in class, he'd want to talk to everybody. And yeah,
He's a very active child.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine Dennis
Hyperactive.
talking to everybody.
yeah, hyperactive.
Mom was taking some medication to help lose weight. I gave the same medication to Dennis, which helped him calm him down.
Did?
Yeah.
What did I take?
I don't know what the name of the medication was. But the same one they used for weight loss, they used for calming children down.
Really? Because he was just so active?
Very active, didn't want to stay in class. It looked more fun to go out and play in the swings and stuff out in the yard, so he just get up and walk out of class. Mom was always dreading the phone to ring because they were calling up saying you're doing this,
Oh
doing
no,
that.
that's funny. We already talked about this, I think, though. These other questions are, what jobs have you had? But we talked a lot about your jobs in high school and as a kid and stuff. Who,
Mom told you, I think last time, she 20-something jobs.
yeah,
22 jobs.
tons of jobs. What was the
We
name of
did
that bread
cover that
place
last-
again?
Red bin
Yeah, the bread bin.
in Hollywood. But then
Yeah.
I worked at AJ Newberry's and what's the other store? Oh, small business. Another store.
Woolworths.
Huh?
Woolworths.
Woolworths.
Woolworth.
And yeah.
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Hi, Kenny. How you guys doing?
We're doing a family interview with Jeff on the phone. Can I call you back when we get through?
Sure. You
Okay.
bet. You bet. That will be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's your cousin, my cousin Claudia. calling.
Oh, cool.
Lives in Las Vegas.
I haven't heard from her. Yet.
Well, I wonder what she's calling.
I don't know. I
Hmm.
hope it's nothing sad.
Right. Hopefully not.
Probably wants
So
to
mom
know.
worked at the bread bin, Woolworths, JJ, Newberry's.
Berries. I was only 14. I told him I was 16.
Oh, that's right.
J.C. Penney's, Sears.
Didn't you do something for like the satellites at
The what?
TRW?
You told me about that. Photo cell repair.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that last time.
Yeah, cell repair. What was your where did you do your electrical technician work, Dad?
We did production. When I was working for Gilfillan Brothers, they made ground control approach radar they mounted on Navy ships, on the aircraft carriers.
Huh.
Well, I tested the parts for that went into that system and became the group leader of the group and led that department. The group, I was a group leader for all of the component testing.
That's cool. What was the name of the company again?
Gilfillan Brothers and later became ITT Gilfillan.
This is right by our house.
Huh.
That's how I got the job. I think we talked about that. There was a lady renting from grandma.
Oh yeah.
She got me the job there.
And you
I
said,
worked there.
I'm sorry, you said Inulin Brothers?
ITT.
ITT Tech.
No, ITT Gilfillan is the name of the company now. I don't know if it even exists anymore.
ITT Gilfellers.
Gilfillan.
Gil-
Gilfillan.
oh, Gilfillan. Okay,
Right.
cool.
That's
And
what they made radar systems for the Navy.
That's interesting. And you were going to school while you did that.
Okay.
And then what job did you get when you graduated?
Well, I left Gilfillan Brothers to go to work for TRW because I was about a few months away or a year away from getting my engineering degree, and I decided I wanted to go to work for a company where I would have more experience in engineering design
Oh,
instead of production testing. And so I went to work as an electronic tech at TRW.
cool.
There I developed worked on stuff for satellites.
Nice.
IW. What's the TRW for?
Thompson Rainbow Woolridge.
Yeah.
Thompson what?
It's now Thompson Rainbow Woolridge,
Oh,
but now it's Northrop Grumman. They bought them out.
hmm. And didn't you, when you moved from LA, was you stopped working for TRW and got the government position?
Well, I worked for TRW and then I went back to Massachusetts. I think I told you that one too,
Oh yeah.
because I went back and worked for Raytheon.
Huh.
And I worked for
You worked for
Sylvania,
Sylvania, and then came over to,
still going.
oh,
No.
Raymond.
So it seems like
Very-
you worked where
very good.
Dad worked. You guys worked in the same place?
Yeah, but I wouldn't go out to lunch with her because I don't think I should be associated with a fellow worker.
But you were
That was
married.
stupid. I know, it was a dumb thing. I have this vision that they would think that we were, I don't know.
Married.
It wasn't, had to do anything with marriage, it was about job.
Yeah, 'cause what I did was not different. I had parts and stuff.
Maybe that was a thing back then.
Got a lot.
Nowadays, that wouldn't be an issue.
No,
You
but
were-
anyway. We worked there until went back to TRW. We didn't like the humidity in the summertime and the heavy snows in the wintertime. So I called up my old boss and asked him if I could have my job back, and he said, absolutely.
Cool.
And I went back. I did. They increased my salary by 45% though in the 14-month period.
Wow. The company in Boston did?
Well, Boston gave me like 20% raise. We paid all our moving expenses back there. And then when I came back to TRW, they give me another 20-something%.
Nice.
It was a really beneficial from a salary point of view.
Yeah. That's good.
It was nice back in Boston, but we got to see a lot of country when we were back there.
You did some traveling around?
Yeah, we went where the what was it?
Joseph Smith birthplace.
Joseph Smith's birthplace.
Oh,
and-
cool.
And where's that place for the village? Indian village,
Mhm.
it's a town or something.
Did you go to Palmyra?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were in
think so.
Palmyra. We also took a trip all the way across up through New Hampshire, across Niagara Falls, and Ontario,
Nice.
Yeah. and then back down into Vermont. It was 6 days, and we got rained on 3 nights of the 6 nights out. And
I bet that was beautiful, though.
Debbie was there.
Yeah.
So we have pictures of them going. We went down, put on these rain slickers, and walked down and down by the Niagara Falls.
I think I remember seeing those pictures.
Yellow rain slickers on you.
Yeah.
We have a picture that Ted, all of us painted of one of our slides. It's hanging on the wall.
Cool.
Yeah, I did some computer work for Ted, and he paid me back by doing a painting for us.
He's a great artist.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, but he's got Alzheimer's very bad now.
Like me.
Oh,
He's not. He's worse than mom.
how old is he?
He's close to 90 now, I think.
Wow.
I mean,
But I talked to his daughter, and they actually brought in a caretaker now that lives at the home, takes care of him.
Well, that's good. Does he live at the same home?
Well, I don't know if it's the same home. Which one are you thinking he lived at on Sunset?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, he moved down the street. He's just down March Smith here.
Is he on Mart Smith? Really?
Gated community down March Smith. Just before
Oh.
you get to Sunset, there's a gated community there.
Oh, I didn't know he was that close to you guys.
Yeah. We were taking to church and everything when we had church meetings because his daughters took his driver's license away from him, didn't let him drive anymore. So we picked him up. To church.
Yeah,
family home meeting stuff. So.
that's nice.
But his mind was okay then, but I guess she says he's really kind of lost it now.
I'm
Yeah.
not that way.
Anywhere near as bad. He gets on our family home evening Zoom things, and he just kind of sits there and
Yeah.
doesn't do much, just doesn't kind of talk or anything.
Does his caretaker help him on then?
His daughter or son-in-law comes over and gets him on.
Oh,
Only may not.
He doesn't know how to get on.
well, that's good that he's able to get on and they're able to help him like that. It's sad to hear that he's
Yeah.
struggling so bad though.
The sun going there, but the glare is no longer as bad anymore.
What's that?
The sun going down there is not, it's glaring through the window anymore.
Oh, I shifted the computer a little bit.
Changed it, okay.
Okay, let me ask a couple more questions. So, well, did you make enough money to live comfortably?
I think we did, yeah.
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 I think I was always planning for the future, which I wish all you guys would do too, because you really need to build up a nest egg for your retirement. You
Yeah.
know, that was my goal, was always to do that so that we would have enough money when we retire. Yeah. I made you guys wear probably some clothes you wouldn't want to wear. I know the girls didn't like the fact that I went to Kmart blue light special. It's always a joke.
I
You
know.
probably remember that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Kids.
I remember the Trax shoes, Kmart shoes.
Yeah.
They were awful.
But that was part of my planning for the future, so we have a retirement.
Did you have a specific percentage that you'd put away every month?
Well, 10%. I made sure through the payroll deduction thing. What
I work too.
got PRW had a thing where you would buy stock. You put in 6%, and they'd put in another 6%, and you would buy TRW stock with it. That stock is really kind of accelerated since I retired.
Oh, so they would let you get stock, so that was part of your retirement too.
And when we retired, I think I had 128 shares of TRW stock, and then it's divided twice now, so it's 512 shares of it.
Nice.
I was working.
Mhm.
I work for the IRS.
That's true. Why did you work, Mom? Later on.
Boredom, I guess.
Boredom? Did you get to use some of your money for fun things?
Huh?
You got to use all your money.
Yeah.
So the money
ma-
you,
I only made $7 an hour.
yeah. But that was kind of your little fun money account.
Yeah.
She had
That's
her own
nice.
checking, still does have it.
That's nice. So you made enough to live comfortably and also to save for the future
All right.
and to put your kids in awesome clothes.
Blue light special came on.
But you had to have Levi.
Yes.
Boy, had to
Levi.
have it. Nothing else.
Right. How long did you have to go to work each day, Dad?
Oh, I worked pretty long hours. Supposed to be 8 hours, but I probably put in at least 10 hours a day.
Yeah. I know you left really early in the morning.
Well, I went to the gym on the way to work.
Really?
Yeah.
When
So
we were
I
living
took you
there?
Yeah, I went to 24-hour fitness, or whatever, to go work out in the gym and get to work. For 7:30, that's why I had to leave so early, and Mom would take you guys to seminary.
I know. I didn't know you were going to the gymnasium.
Yeah.
How come I didn't know that? It's weird. I thought you just had to
Oh,
go to work early.
I took to work at 7:30, but I went to the gym at 6 in the morning.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I know Mom always took us to seminary. She loved getting up out of bed and taking us in her robe.
Yeah.
That's why, because I was gone off to work, to the gym and then to work.
But then you would get home around 4:30, wouldn't you?
When I was working here in Sacramento for the government, yeah. When I worked PRW, though, I put in a lot of hours, a lot of weekends,
Yeah.
a lot of
That was,
Saturdays and stuff.
that's what they
I
required.
think that's probably part of the reason I never got laid off when they had that big layoff, because I was willing to work all those extra hours.
And they paid you for it, right? Or were you salaried?
I salary didn't get next year. It wasn't hourly, no. It's
Wow. Well, job security by working hard. That's good.
I'm sure that's what kept me from getting laid off.
Yeah, I bet. You got to prove yourself non-disposable. Yeah.
Loyal employee.
Yeah. How old were you when you retired?
62.
62, huh? Wow. How old were you when you retired, Mom?
I was retired last year.
She's never retired. She's always been a mom. Moms cannot
Oh,
retire.
yeah. She's retired from cooking or anything else now.
Now it's your job, Dad.
Right.
He's bucking it all the way.
He's
But
bucking it.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it.
my back gets to hurting so bad I can't stand out in the kitchen much. I have to get a stool so I can go out there.
Your lower back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
So we eat a lot of out. Go out and buy a lot of food, Chinese and Olive Garden and Taco Bell and El Taco and
Yeah.
McDonald's. TV dinner.
You're not cooking up Mom some beef and broccoli and Texas hash, chicken cacciatore, egg souffle.
I've been looking up the recipes for chicken cacciatore and beef broccoli. In fact, I bought the broccoli in the refrigerator, so I was thinking about making that.
Nice. That'd be fun. There's nothing wrong with sitting on the stool while you do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, there's one more question. Then this will take us to question 50, then we'll stop. And we just have 100 left after this.
Really?
Yeah, there's 150 questions. If you served in the military, when and where did you serve and what were your duties? You talked about this though. You were in the Air Force.
Yeah.
What was your rank?
Got discharged as staff sergeant.
Staff sergeant. Okay.
I actually qualified to be promoted to tech sergeant, but they wouldn't do it unless I re-enlisted.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to re-enlist.
So tech sergeant is what you
Could've gone
ended up at.
Staff sergeant.
What's that? Staff sergeant. So we can call you Staff Sergeant Alexander.
I call up the USAA where we have a checking account. They always say Sergeant Alexander. Address me Sergeant Alexander on the phone.
What's the next rank above Staff Sergeant? Huh?
Tech sergeant.
Oh, Tech
Technical
Sergeant.
sergeant.
Technical Sergeant. Cool. And what were your duties? And you worked on the the planes, correct? Like the mechanics of
Yeah.
them?
I was a crew chief on 2 different type of aircraft.
You were the,
When we were in Washington, it was a RF-84F Total Reconnaissance Fighter. And then when it was in Riverside, it was a B-47 bomber.
cool. So you were the crew chief for those?
Right.
What did you guys
We didn't,
do mainly for it? The entire aircraft?
On the bo- on, yeah, when I was a crew chief for on both of them, I was responsible for the entire aircraft. But on the B-47 bombers, they had different electrical people come in, engine people, hydraulics, whatever. I just oversaw their work.
Cool.
They did it properly.
That's
And
cool.
if we had to evacuate the base and go overseas somewhere, then I would have to fly on the airplane. Otherwise, I wouldn't fly. I had to get the flight physical and all that stuff, but I didn't want to get on the 47s because a couple of them had crashed. I was too scared to do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I think I told you I had to sleep with the aircraft out on the flight line in the alert area. We had to, the general was called General LeMay. He was the Strategic Air Command. And we had to have so many airplanes in the air at all times ready to go bomb Russia, so many alert line to take off at a moment's notice.
Wow.
So,
And didn't they have they had the nuclear missile on them, but not the warhead itself or the nuclear head itself, right?
the arming mechanism was not in the bomb. It wasn't a missile, it was a bomb.
Oh. So there was someone else that had the arming mechanism that if they got called to do that, they'd have to come on and then you'd go.
Navigator brought the arming mechanism on with him. So if they wanted to drop it, he had to go back in the bomb bay and arm it.
Wow.
But he did. I think I told you that about getting scared to death when I first got there.
Uh-huh.
The man on the flight told me to go out and fly power, and then I saw him put this apron around the bomb bay, and I said, "What do they do? Put a nuclear weapon on there?" And he says, "As a matter of fact," it scared me to death. I went out and sat in front of the airplane and actually had a panic attack.
Oh, jeez.
And then I got to thinking, well, it doesn't matter whether I'm sitting out here 25 feet in the air front of the aircraft or whether I'm over there in the hangar. If that thing goes off, I'm done either way. So,
Exactly.
but then I calmed down.
That's
I did have a panic attack when I got out there.
you're always having panic attack.
Mom's never had a panic attack, right?
Oh, too late. Hey, Sarah,
Okay, Sarah.
Yes.
whatever will be.
All right. Well, we've reached question 50. I don't think you served like in any kind of military operation though, did you, Dad? Where you'd be in combat or any war?
I was on alert during they invaded Lebanon. We had to send some troops into the Middle East at one point during
Oh,
that
really?
period. It would have been between 57 and 59. And they put us on full alert.
Okay. But you did not go.
I didn't go anywhere. I just had to make sure the airplane was ready to go.
Right. Where were you at when this was going on?
Riverside, California.
Okay. But you did your training in Texas, right?
Jet mechanic school in Amarillo, Texas.
Okay. And then came back to Riverside.
We went for basic training was in San Antonio, Texas.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to Amarillo, Texas to jet mechanic school. Then they kept me on as an instructor for 6 8 months it was. I was in the top of my class there. And then they transferred me to Moses Lake, Washington,
Oh, okay.
where I worked on the RF-84 F fighters. And
Cool.
we transferred from Riverside.
Okay. And mom got to go with you all those places?
Yeah.
You got married in Texas, right?
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
There's a song about Amarillo.
This is the feast.
Okay. All right,
Wasn't a member.
we're gonna be on question 52 next week.
You really serious? It's 150 questions?
That's what it says, but we went through several today. Like I guess we went through 15 or so, because some of them you answered in the process of answering the question before it. So we'll get through them. All right.
All right.
Are we doing a family Zoom
Okay.
tonight?
5:30.
Okay.
What is that? Hour from now?
Huh?
Yeah, it is. It's an hour from now, isn't it?
That is an hour from now. Well, you guys better take a break from Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find something to
Love
eat.
you.
Love you today.
Love you.
Good to
An
see you.
hour.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.